Good day, Prof. I am Yong Cokley 277306. Now I will start to present my individual assignment 2 with the title of Explain how improving quality can lead to reduced cost. So first, let's start with the introduction. The quality of a product produced is significantly tied to the quality of processing outcomes as well as the cost in the manufacturing sector. Having a good and quality product processing procedure will inevitably increase the quality of the product, resulting in cost savings. There are two types of expenses, which are costs associated with low quality and costs connected with improving quality. The PAF paradigm divides quality costs into three basic categories, which are then further subdivided. Prevention costs, appraisal costs, and failure costs are the three categories. Next, cost of quality. The cost of quality approach is defined as a method that enables an organization to determine how much of its resources are used to discourage low quality activities. It evaluates a company product or service quality, as well as internal and external failure. Having this type of data allows businesses to quantify the potential savings that may be obtained by implementing process modifications. Furthermore, the cost of quantity is a method of calculating the cost incurred by an organization in ensuring that products meet quality standards, as well as the cost of producing goods that do not meet the quality. Thus, we know that the cost of quality is very significant to a company organized to detect low quality activities and items that will be withdrawn from the markets. There are two quality buckets which are good and poor. Furthermore, the excellent quality of cost of quality includes appraisal costs and prevention expenses, whereas the bad quality includes internal failure costs and external failure costs. The PAF paradigm is connected with quality costs, which are classified into three types, which are preventive costs, appraisal costs, and failure costs. Cost is one strategy to compete in the market. Traditionally, cost is simply related to the price of product. However, today's price include maintenance costs, service charge, and product running costs in addition to the product price. This is referred to collectively as the cost of quality. Prevention costs are the expenses associated with discovering a flaw in advance and preventing it from developing. Moreover, the appraisal cost bears the expense of evaluation. This comprises laboratory testing, exams, and other similar procedures. Furthermore, failure costs are associated with product failures that occur during the design and manufacturing process or after production has been finished. Prevention costs are paid to prevent or avoid quality issues. These expenses are related to the design, implementation, and upkeep of the quality management system. Prevention cost is a cost that will be incurred by an organization before the processing of a product, and we may consider this prevention cost to be a must that if a business spends money on training classes for workers, the skills they gain in the classes will grow in the transformation process, which will boost quality and productivity. Not only that, but if an employee acquires expert talents, the mistake rate of the items is much lower. The cost of establishing, planning, and maintaining a documented quality system, quality planning, quality and process engineering, calibration of quality-related production equipment, supplier quality assurance, supplier assessment, all training activities, labels design, defect data analysis for corrective action proposals, and time spent on quality system audits are all included in the prevention cost. Prevention costs can improve quality and reduce costs because it can keep the failure cost to a minimum since it has eliminated defects before production begins, reduce the cost of quality, and can help companies increase profits. For example, the airport firm will provide emergency airport training to their personnel so that they can manage problems in an emergency. Every employee and tenant at the airport must understand and know their role to protect themselves and serve the public during emergencies. The airport company's all-employee emergency training course curriculum includes situational awareness and facility emergency training, active trace training, communicating with first responders, what to do until help arrives, human trafficking awareness, and guest experience training. The training cost that this airport company will incur is a preventative cost aimed at ensuring that the airline stewardess can handle emergencies effectively. The management team of Yakult Malaysia Sembilan Berhad also provided training for new personnel. For example, the management team presented each new employee the standard operating procedure. The SOP contains step-by-step instructions that assist the employee through the job procedure. When employees adhere to the SOP, the product produced is consistent and of uniform quality. The Yakult executive emphasized the importance of SOP, citing average subordinate performance. Next, appraisal costs. Appraisal costs are linked with quality-related operations such as measuring and monitoring. These expenses are related to suppliers and customers' evaluations of acquired materials, processes, products, and services to verify that they meet specifications. For example, before an organization begins the process of transforming input into output, the producer must ensure that the materials and inputs used are in excellent shape or quality. This is because if the organization does not verify the material, it will have an impact on the output later on, where the quality will not be able to meet the standards and resulting in failure costs. Appraisal costs can improve the quality and lower the cost of a product because it monitors the transformation from start to finished product, lowering the cost to revoke or reproduce when a defect product is identified. Appraisal costs include laboratory acceptance testing, inspection and test by inspector, inspection and test materials, product quality audits, review of test and inspection data, on-site performance tests, internal test and release, material and spec evaluation, supplier monitoring, ISO 9000 to 2015, qualification activities, and quality award assessment. For example, Yakult Malaysia Sembilan Berhad assess its output by randomly selecting bottles from the manufacturing line to check for improper printing of logos or ingredients, as well as their quality. Furthermore, for each batch of Yakult produced, the organization will collect 100 to 200 product samples to be analyzed. Before acquiring a batch of raw ingredients, they will evaluate the raw ingredient samples. With all the operations that Yakult Malaysia Sembilan Berhad has been carried out, it has been associated with appraisal costs where Yakult Malaysia Sembilan Berhad tries to ensure there are no faults in every single bottle Yakult to meet the quality standard. Next, failure costs. Failure costs are typically divided into two categories, which are internal costs and external costs. Internal failure costs are those connected with product fail within the manufacturing process, whereas external failure costs are those related to product fail after the manufacturing process. Failure cost is a cost of poor quality in which an organization must make repairs to internal or external operations that do not meet standards to enhance quality. Internal failure costs are the expenses associated with problems discovered before the product or service is delivered to the consumer. These internal failure costs will arise if the product produced does not meet the previously established permeability requirements. For example, once the product line has been manufactured, the manager will conduct an inspection activity by randomly picking the products that have been made and determining if the product meets the requirements of the consumer's wants, needs, expectations, and specifications. If a product chosen at random by the management meets the requirements, it is a good thing since it eliminates the need for additional enhancements, which would squander the organization's resources. On the other hand, if the product does not match the previously established requirements, the organization will execute operations that will incur expenditures, which is an internal failure cost. The cost of troubleshooting, reinspection of stocks after defect detection, description of production schedules, complaint handling and replacement plus extra time with customers, warranty, cost of holding higher levels of stock is as a buffer against quality failure, cost of corrective maintenance to plant, and cost of corrective action to the product are all elements of external failure costs. For example, Taco Bell is cheap Mexican food to a youth lifestyle brand with the tagline Yo quiero Taco Bell, which connects inexpensive Mexican fast food with an off-product mascot. Although its restaurant sales first decreased drastically. Following this, they altered their tagline to Live Más, which means live more, to attract more customers with modification to their redesigned interior design. In this instance of Taco Bell restaurants, one of the internal failure costs where the businesses wish to enhance their service quality is redesign interior design. Next, external failure costs. External failure costs are the expenses associated with faults discovered after the product or service has been delivered to the consumer. In this scenario, customer complaints are an excellent illustration of external failure costs since they occur from the outside environment to a business. The organization must take a responsible role in resolving client complaints and be patient in listening to their complaints about what characteristics of the product are unable to satisfy them. A corporate organization's external failure costs include lost output due to labor availability issues, lost production due to system difficulties, concessions, process waste, cost of product discarded during product audit, and expenses connected with the disposal of all scrap. If a business can effectively control these external failure costs, it will be able to increase both product features that match customer needs, wants, specification, and expectation, as well as customer service. For example, Samsung has recalled one of its products, which is the Samsung Galaxy Note 7, after discovering that the overheating and burning of the phones was caused by flaws in their batteries. The recall is estimated to have cost 22.42 billion ringgit Malaysian and was extremely detrimental to the South Korea company's image. This action by Samsung might be regarded as an external failure cost as the business has recalled their brands to make corrections to enhance their quality. In conclusion, for prevention costs, if a business spends money on training classes for workers, the skills they gain in the classes will grow in the transformation process, which will boost quality and productivity. In terms of appraisal cost, if an organization inspects the entire flow of the process transformation from input to output as well as the machine technology and employees who will be involved in this transformation process, the defect output will decrease and the cost will be reduced because there is no need to make one more time. For failure costs, which includes both internal and external failure costs, if a company discovers a mistake in its product, equipment, or people, it will make changes promptly, including failure costs, so that the product quality may be reached and maintained indefinitely. So that's all from me. Thank you.